Hi, it's Stephanie with SDC Wreaths for You, and we are going to make a centerpiece using this beautiful butterfly that I picked up from At Home. It's a solar powered butterfly. At Home, let's see, the SKU number for this is 1243 48208. And they had it in purple, which is my absolute favorite color, and they also had it in a pretty blue color as well. So this will be our focal point for our centerpiece tonight. Also have some foam that we'll be using. So these are two of the Dollar Tree squares of the wet foam. And then this is the Floral foam from Hobby Lobby. And that SKU number is 174540. It was $3.99. These are never on sale at Hobby Lobby. But I wanted something this size. We are also going to be, of course, using wire cutters. I may need my X-Acto knife, maybe some E6000. These are just pliers that I use when I'm making jewelry or needing to pinch something really small. So I use these sometimes to punch a hole. Then I have scissors. I have some moss as well. So this is a moss mat where you can cut it to size, which I'm trying these out. I did this with another project, but I'm going to use it again, I think, today. Then we have a couple of floral pens that I'll be using. You can get these anywhere that you buy any arts and crafts type items. And the flowers that I'm going to be using today are all from At Home. They're beautiful purple flowers with some berries. I've also got some just straight up purple berries and some white ones and some white flowers. So we'll pull from here whatever I need to make this design tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up just so I have it ready to go. And I'll set all of that to the side. And the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to glue down these foam, why is my mind going for me? These little foam pieces, I'm just going to glue them down on top of this larger one so that they are secure when I put my moss and my butterfly on. So just going to put some glue on here. And I'm actually going to need to put some more glue in my glue gun. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here. And then I'll put the other piece right next to it. And I'll have these sitting up here like so. All right. So while that's getting set up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this foam, this moss mat, so that I can cut a piece to put on top. I don't want to see through my butterfly any of that green foam. And although this is a mat, it is still just as messy as the moss you pull off. The only real advantage is that there's a sticky base on the other side of this. That, just kind of want to look at this real quick. Make sure I have my sizing down on it. There's another piece of this that's got an adhesive on the back, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this like so. And fold this back up. Put it back in the bag. Minimize the mess for later if I can. I got this from Michael's, and they were actually on clearance. It's like normally $15, and they were $5 a bag. They had 2 bags left, so I was like, let me just go ahead and scoop these up and hope that it's something I like, so that I can actually have a really good deal on that. And I do. I mean, it worked well on the first project, so I would think it would work well on this one. So anyway, it does have like a sticky back on here, but I'm also going to go ahead, just because I am who I am, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on top of here as well, just because. Just because I like to make extra sure. So just peel this off, and it's got like a sticky netting on the back, and it really is sticky. I got stuck to it myself earlier, and I'm just gonna lay this down on here and pull it down on the sides, so that way underneath my butterfly you won't be able to see any of the foam. Okay, now for my butterfly, I am going to sit this here, and I'm gonna both glue, and I'm gonna use floral pins to secure this, because I really want to make sure this doesn't go anywhere. But the glue that I'm gonna use the E6000 and hot glue after I cut this tag off. Do that first. And I'll get my E6000, and I'm just gonna put this on the parts that are actually going to touch the moss. So bear with me while I make sure this is nice and open and ready to go. So what's actually gonna be touching the moss are the bottom of the wings and the bottom of the body of the butterfly. So I'm gonna put a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. And then I'm also gonna use hot glue for that immediate stick. So just going on either side of this, just to make sure I get a quick stick. And I am going to try my best to get this on here as centered as I can. And in addition to the hot glue, which I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on the side of the body, because you're not going to see this when I get my florals on here. So go ahead and stick this down like so. Get a little bit over here. Just wanting to make sure that this stays put. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my floral pins in. So these butterflies have little holes in the bottom of the wings. And so I'm going to stick my floral pin in like so on both sides, and I'm going to crisscross those just to make sure I've got really good coverage here. So let me get 2 more pins for the other side. come around this way and do the same thing. So I'm going to stick these down into the floral, into the foam, and crisscross them. And then I'm also going to still come back through with some glue on those from the inside. So you'll see here, make sure that's glued down, and the same on the other one. All right, so we've got this on, a butterfly here. And what I'm going to start doing now is putting the florals in. Now all of these have some greenery on them, so I'm not going to focus so much on adding any other greenery. This floral, all of these florals came from At Home. This one was, where's my price on here? I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was like $9.99 or something. $7.99 at Home. So that was a really good price for a bush like this. Take this price tag off. So first I couldn't find it, now I can't get it off. All right, whoops. Let's pop that right on off there. No worries. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push these up because they're like on the side, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these off so that I can put them in my arrangement. And I'm gonna just cut these off right now so that I can, trying to figure out, I guess this one doesn't have as much of a push effect as some of the other ones that I'm used to dealing with. These are not pushing up, they actually are attached. So I won't be pushing those unless I just want to lose them, which I don't. So I really like the fact that it has berries and other little flowers in it. But I only want the floral part of this, since I can't push the leaves up. So I'm going to trim this all off. You see there's a variety of items in here. Snip, snip, snip. So if this is your first time joining me, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are returning, say hi and remind me where you're watching from. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. I would really love that. That way you won't miss any other DIY projects that I'll be working on. And I'm also on Facebook and TikTok. Everything is under SDC Wreaths for You. So hopefully really easy to find. All right. Put that over there. So we'll have these purple flowers. I'm also going to put in these little white flowers as well. These also came from At Home. And these were $2.99, so that was pretty awesome. These are push leaves, so you can see I can push these up. So that's what I will do on these. Get this price off of here. And get these pushed up so that I can cut these off. and have them ready to go. If you have flowers that come off like this, all you need to do is put a little dab of glue, hot glue on them, and put it right back on the stem. And that way, oops, put on this one. That way, you don't have any problems with it falling off again. So let me start cutting these. There'll be different heights. I'm gonna go ahead and get these off. Whoop, pop that one right off the top. But like I said, if that happens, all you have to do is put a little glue on the end and stick it right back on. Oh, stick those on. Not where they were supposed to go, but that way. Okay. All right, so I've got a few more of these to get off, so let me do that. Because these are so tall, they're gonna be more toward the bottom. So I don't want them to take over. I'm gonna pull this back off. Come on. I have another one of these, but I'm just gonna do this one first, see if we need it. Let me put this back on. All right, so I've got white flowers, purple flowers, and then I also have some different berries. We'll figure out where I want to put these in. And then we have some white ones as well that I'll be putting in. So let's start getting these in. Because this is moss and foam, what I'm gonna do is actually use this little tool to put some holes in, because I want to make sure that it goes all the way through. So where I'm going to put something, I'm going to put a hole in. I'm going to actually bend these a little bit because I don't want them standing straight up. I want them to be at an angle. So I'll just put this into this hole and get that through my floral foam, and there will be some that I'll have to get in through the moss as well. So let's just get started with this. You just want to try to keep balance when you're doing this. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to where you have things laid out. And so like when I start putting the flowers in, I'm going to put these in more towards the bottom and going up. So I'll be putting a hole in, putting glue on, and then I'll be sticking these in where they're going more up than out or down, because I want to make sure I have great coverage when it's all said and done. And this one I need to push a little further in. All right. There we go. Okay, so here is what we're working with. So I want to make sure I get some of everything going on in here. And just play with it. I mean, you can kind of start looking at it to see where things are, how it's going through. And just do it. Just keep moving. So I'm going to put in a different flower here. And I have some little white, some white roses that I think I might throw in here too. I say throw, but what I mean is add. I think it'll add some beauty to the whole thing. So I think I will add those in. And the white roses that I'll add in, I got from Hobby Lobby. And whenever you get anything from Hobby Lobby, try your best to wait and go during the 40% off sales, which is every other week. So you don't have to wait too terribly long. Get these glue strings off. Okay. So this is a solar light. So I want to make sure that my solar panel is clear. So keep that in mind if you're ever doing anything where you have a solar panel that needs to be. This is soft, though. This foam is soft, so I can just stick that straight in without a hole. It's this foam at the bottom that I would have to actually put a hole in. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit and hope that I don't end up snapping anything off that I'll have to redo. But if I do, I do, and I'll just do it. It's no big deal. Just do it. This is going through some moss, so I am going to put a hole in here. A little bit more that way. Okay, and you just make your way around, putting in your flowers and your little berries and everything. It's a really simple DIY. And the stronger the stem, the easier it is just to go straight into it. So some of these are really good and really strong, and you can just go right in. I knew I was gonna do one. I'm gonna stick that back and glue the top of this so I don't have a problem with it later, because this is gonna be outside on my patio table. And I don't want the wind or anything else to get this going. Put a little glue on here. So if you have any questions or anything about the design, what I'm doing, how I'm doing, please, please, please feel free to send me a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And as you can see, I'm actually leaving some space in here because I have decided I'm going to use the white roses. I just want to add a different bit of texture. So I'm leaving some space so that I can put in the white roses in here. I'll grab another one of these. And you're just gonna work your way around, try to keep some semblance of symmetry. When you're doing this, so try to think about the rhyme or reason behind what you're doing so that you can continue that all the way around. My husband is listening to a basketball game, so if you hear some screaming in the background, that is why. He is watching the Final Four tonight, so I can't even tell you who's playing, but he is really into it, so. Let's see, where's my little... I told you. He's yelling at the team like they can hear him. I think that's just so funny. I've never really been... I mean, I like sports, but really, I don't get into it like he does. All right, so we'll just continue to get these in. Put my glue gun back on there, so I can tell my glue is starting to cool off a little bit, which I don't want to happen. So put a big purple flower in the middle. And one of the reasons that I leave the plastic on the coarser foam is because it crumbles, it has a tendency to crumble. And I would much rather have that not crumble all over the place while I'm working. So leave the plastic on that. The soft foam doesn't crumble like that, so it's okay. But this other, the one on the bottom, does crumble up. All right, so I'm gonna put some more of these in as I go. Making sure I use all of, oops, let me put a hole here. I'm going to use all of the purple flower, the arrangement that I got. don't worry about the glue strings. When it's all said and done, you'll be able to get all of these out one way or another. So one thing you can do to get rid of your glue strings is to use a hairdryer. And this one, I'm going to leave this one standing straight up because he's going to go right in the right behind the body of the butterfly on the inside. I'm going to have to use my little make a hole. Because it's going through that moss. But yeah, with the glue strings, if you have a bunch of them, you can always use your glue, you can always use your hair dryer to get those melted off once you're done with your design. So this is going inside as well. It has a stronger stem. So that one just goes right in without a problem. I have one more of these. Put here in the front, off to the side. I don't want to lose my butterfly, so I'm going to make sure that I come in with some lower items that are going to like slide down further in. So let me grab those roses real quick. Okay, and again, these roses I got from Hobby Lobby. They are $11.99 normally, but again, go when they're on sale, 40% off every other week. So I got these 40% off. So let me get a few of these off of here. And they have push stems as well, which I like. I like that you can push the greenery up so you can get it cut off and keep your greenery. So I'm gonna cut a few of these. Scoot you over, butterfly, just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cut all these, although I may not use them all. I'm going to go ahead and cut them. And this one, I have to tear this price tag off. Or cut it, because it does not want to tear. Okay. So I had started thinking that I was going to put these in kind of around. So let me go back through where I know I can slide these in. And it just gives it a different look. So it adds in some, you know, texture, different pattern. So be happy to do that. Let's see, this one in here. Come around back here, stick in a couple of holes. And you're just covering up all of the greenery that you can. All of the bowl in here. Because that is not gonna go straight through. Okay. Need to get something else up in here. I have this purple flower. Got one of each of these left, so I'm gonna find a place for them. To close up the holes. Pull that up a little bit. Again, remember, try to make sure you leave some space there. You don't want to end up covering up your go that up. Okay, you don't want to end up covering up your solar panel because you want your butterfly to light up at night. Okay, I'm gonna put another white rose here. Try not to do the double bloom. I gotta put a hole in here. I don't think that's gonna go without it. This is so pretty, guys. I'm like loving it, really. And I'm gonna put a double bloom here. Yep. I'm doing it at an angle so that, again, I'm not gonna cover up my butterfly too much. We've got another one of these that I think I need to put like up here somewhere. Well, I did not put in any of the other berries. Either the white ones or the other purple ones. I'm gonna grab a couple of these just because I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have this come up in the back. Get it. Like maybe one over here and one over here. Again, not wanting to cover up my silver panel, but I still feel like I need a little bit of height back here. Get one more of these. Again, these I got from at home as well, and they were $4.99. Get this one over on this side. Oh, guys, what do you think? The big short white berries right here. They gotta be the short ones. See if I can make some short ones because these are not short. Come apart. So I think I'm gonna cut it right here. Let me get one more. Come out. They like each other a lot. And get one more short one like that. Let's see. Guess I'll do this one. All right. And the last one over here. All right, guys, I think I am done. I think I am finished. What do you think? I think it turned out great. And the fact that I've got the moss on the top, I didn't need to cover every piece at the, on the top because there's moss there. So I think this turned out great, guys. I think it turned out great. So I am done. And I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. If you've not followed me on Facebook, do that. I'm also on TikTok. Everything is SDC Wreaths for you. And until the next time, bye, guys.